Welcome everyone to Mostly Laughter, Some Slaughter, Cartoon Action Hour, or Ni, San, Shi, Go!
Go.
How is everybody?
Doing great.
Better, I
Mostly
think.
laughter, some slaughter. Running out of bubblegum since 2016.
Especially fixated on little bears today. I don't know why.
Oof. So if I have to
contest-
get up and walk around, I'll let you guys know. I think I'm coming off a fever, so
Ouch.
this is a great way to end my
What?
week. Let's get sick. Yay!
Sorry.
So the contest for weirdest thing said at the beginning of the show definitely goes to Chris today.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't worry, Jason. Dr. Hands will be over in your house.
No, Dr. Hands is permanently dead. There's no resurrecting that character. Nope.
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh no.
I'm
Well,
not going
no,
to be like,
he-
oh my god, bring my character back. Like, no, please leave that character dead.
He died in a D&D game, which is a system that has resurrection. So he
Nope.
or he could be back as undead.
Dr. Hands,
Undead Dr. Hands
special
would be
feature.
bad news.
Dr. Hands special feature, you must roll a 1,000 on a D1000 to resurrect him. That's his
And if he does, he comes back as Dr. Lich.
No, that sounds worse. Oh my god. And at
I'd
first
say stop
you know what?
giving me
At first I
ideas,
saw
but I don't
at
want you to
first I
stop
saw
giving me ideas.
at first
Doc- Dr. Hands is really Vecna.
at first I thought
Headcanon accepted, Leo.
Chris said Dr. Lips and it's that's not
No.
it's not good.
Dr. Lips the Lich.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good at all. Oh.
Hey, let me suck your soul.
Oh my God.
Welcome everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
We're going to play a children's cartoon now.
Hey,
Oh,
kids!
God.
Hi to the parents who should not letting beat or and watch this series.
I sincerely hope that there's a whole bunch of people tuning in this time for like the first time. Welcome.
I don't need to go back to work. It's fine.
I'd say this is unusual, but it's not.
No,
be honest.
no. Not even close.
Totally a character.
Oh, just to something to terrify everybody else. I've been reading
Find it out.
the Feng Shui 2 rulebook.
Yes.
So I know Jason has read some of it,
Yes.
and I assume Chris, you've read some of it because you owned it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Leo and Brad, are you familiar with the
I have not
Feng
read
Shui?
it.
Leo?
I
Done it, but I've never really.
played the card game.
I forgot there was a card game.
It's the basically playing role-playing kung fu movies, right?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
I finally got around to reading it. Thank you so much for lending it to me, Chris. You may regret doing that.
I always do, but that's why I do it.
Oh man, that's so great.
Because now I have so many ideas. Let me put it this way. Dr. Hands may be coming back.
No.
Dr. Hands would make an amazing villain. Just saying.
Oh yeah, that's true. That'd be okay.
Hands in a jar.
Hands in a jar. He's just floating hands in a jar. Oh my god. Someone's got to carry him around. He's just like, actually, he can't talk. He just talks in American Sign Language.
Yeah. He just signs. That's his whole.
Oh, it's terrifying.
He's the real person that killed everybody on I Know What You Did Last Summer. Right?
Oh my.
What you saw was a stupid hook.
No.
Let the fingers do the talking.
I'd like to see that very same spatula thing, but instead of using a hook, it's a spatula.
I know what you cooked last
You're
summer.
horrible people.
I am very horrible people. That's been
You are
well
horrible.
established.
Oh, and I'd feel bad about it, but I don't. I just don't. Because we're also fun-loving people, which is why we like to play this game. Cartoon Action Hour. Nissan Chi, go!
Yay.
So, when we last left our heroes, they were just coming off their win on planet Waki in the Waki races.
It was a fix, man. It was a fix, but we will take it.
Yeah.
It definitely was one of the more unusual races that they'd had over their many storied tradition, and you definitely recall a cut scene where, as you were leaving, the Waki officials said, "Yes, I think that we will not be running this race again for quite some time. We're going to need some time to recover from you folks." So, yay!
It's not like there was that much property damage.
It's not like we destroyed an entire amusement park. Oh.
We'll just have to compensate. Everybody got waffles that day.
Everyone got waffles that were made.
Yes, and that will be a side quest that we will discuss in some later or a horrible plotline some other time.
Oh. Okay. So, here is what I need. I need a couple of people, maybe even everybody, depending on whoever wants to do it. But I need to do a recap scene. This episode opens with the ninjas traveling in their castle through space. You have a job to take a shipment of medical supplies to a planet that you've never been to before. Now, just a quick reminder to everybody. I don't know if everybody can see this now.
Yes, our awesome space map.
Yes, this is the space map. By the way, do we know who made this?
No.
Wish I could tell you, but if anybody's watching who made this map, let us know. We'll give you full credit.
Absolutely, because this is
It's awesome.
absolutely perfect. I cannot tell you already how many ideas I've gotten from that. This is just awesome. Anyway, you know that you are contracted to deliver it somewhere. Just a quick reminder, you are Alien Space Japan, not China.
Mm-hmm.
Just edit that and cross that out, but that's too much work.
Meh.
There is actually a beginning like this space map, and there is a part that says like Alien Space China, and China is scribbled out in Japan underneath.
Yes.
It is somewhere in the retro space feudalism area.
Sweet.
So I need somebody to recap with me how and why you're delivering this.
It was due to the advice of that cowboy planet who we made contact with. They insisted on doing a barbecue, but he also decided to hand off these essential medical supplies because they're going in the other direction at this point. And they knew we could be trusted after the hoedown that happened sometime after the adventure. If anything, she was the MVP of that situation there because, well, let's just say they like professional wrestling in Space, Texas.
Yes, they do. Not to mention, when you have 4 arms, you can flip a lot of burgers. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I like it. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So who is going to do that recap scene with Nee? Do we just have Nee just on his own, or does anybody else want to do that too?
I am, feel free to, anybody else, come on in. I'm kind of manic today, so you've been warned.
Kind of manic?
Manic.
Oh, wow.
Should make for a fun game.
Manic.
We
So
could do...
he's going to be manic. I'll join Chris on the scene, and he's sitting in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, like, I have the chair, like the doctor's chair, the psychoanalyst chair, where the analyst sits in the chair and the patient sits in the couch and lays back. And instead of me being the chair, I'm sitting there with my notebook, and Nee's head is in my lap, and I'm sitting there writing down, and he's like, "Oh, son." He's like, whatever he wants to do. But
whatever he's talking about. Go ahead.
This is the most unnatural feeling. For the first time, I do not feel a sense of inner loathing or regret about my situation. It must be the new trophy on my shelf. I know not why. This feels most unnatural. What would you recommend?
We'll see. I know this is suddenly. I know this is a time where you're not used to this. But you're number one! That's right! You beat that something down! You're number one now! You're used to it. You're the champion! You're the best! Because we are the champions, my friend.
Unnecessary music soar. Tends to happen a lot around San.
Yeah. In this case, it's basically a 80s hybrid song because we couldn't get the rights to it. So it's like, we are the winners, na 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 na. Okay.
No one here is good.
Exactly. And this will last for roughly 5 minutes until the first major encounter exists. Yes. I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Because me without angst, it just feels weird, man.
Well, when you're in the middle of contemplating, like, wow, what would a life without angst be? Yeah. The door to the room opens. Oh, top of the morning to you ninjas.
I go, oh my! You should not first.
Roku actually walks out. Roku walks out. The door closes.
I sit up immediately. Nothing actually happened, but we're both sitting there doing the anime thing where we basically sit up there.
Oh God!
You can come in now.
And my happiness is now completely masked like a shield.
Yes.
I'm back to looking monochrome because that was the real embarrassing moment.
When Roku comes in, I'm now have a I was wearing my suit and like fully clothed. But now I have a shower towel. I'm sitting there behind me, massaging his shoulders.
Yeah, and I've gone from happy to meh.
Oh, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
What?
No.
So your presentation here.
Oh, just wanted to thank you again for agreeing to take that extra shipment on. I think since we were going that way anyway, you could just drop off that little bit I had to.
Little bit?
Yeah, just that extra crate in the back there. That's extra medical supplies for the planet we're going to. Yeah. Yeah, remember I told you. Sorry, this is going Scottish now. Yeah, but I told you about it when we were taking on the shipment from the cowboys.
Yes.
Yeah. So I appreciate it. I know we haven't always gotten along. I know there was that time I tried to kill you both, but I'm so honored that you trust me now.
Roku, you are part of our family now.
Oh.
You are the number 6. The 6 is a very important number in this life, in this situation here. Besides, I have to present myself with my new leadership credentials, and I must trust my party in order to get them better. Besides, as far as I know, Go and She are the suspicious ones, and are probably digging around already once I tell them this.
Oh yeah, I have to be honest with you. I've never trusted that Go person. It's a brain in a jar. It's weird. I don't get it.
Well, I have to tell you, Roku, he doesn't trust you either. But listen, we all need to trust each other. Because now we have the number 1 back, the champion, the king right here, baby. Then we can now get the 5-pointed star done right.
That's right, Ichi.
Yes. You see me go like this.
Roku?
I see. But that will require practice before we can do this off.
Right. Practice,
you will need to do this here. Unfortunately, I will not be doing the Ichi part, but I think if we keep counting, we should be able to improvise something of suitable situation here.
Yeah.
I'm okay with number 2. But that means we're going to have to go to the gym and practice. How much time do we have before we reach our destination?
I've got plenty of time. You said
Computer.
number 2.
Okay. Who's in the piloting room anyway?
Well, that's an excellent question. Who is in the piloting room right now?
I'll drive.
Of course you will. That's
He
fine.
is our best driver. I have complete confidence in him because I
Yes,
am
for
leader.
sure.
Well, it helps to have a direct neural link.
It does.
An excellent point. We shall switch to go now. Yes. Nee says, so who's in the captain's seat anyway? And then we switch to the captain's seat, and there's go in the captain's seat hooked in.
Yeah. So I think there's probably like a whole bunch of tubes sort of connected around around the perimeter of his chest that and you can see filaments going into the brain.
Yes. In one of those weird like anime scenes that is just incredibly disturbing yet somehow is considered suitable for kids.
Yes.
Yeah, one of those.
So we're not going to even address the fact he's no longer a car. Thanks, anime. Thanks, anime.
How would we address that?
We don't need to address how that got changed. Screw that. That was last episode.
Yeah, but in the background you see Nico playing with a tire. We don't ask why.
Ni and San, oomph points. You each get a point of oomph, please.
Thank you.
For your wonderful role playing / playing into type. She, where are you during all this?
So there's probably a cargo hold, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably down on cargo hold, making sure everything remains stable. Because I'm a laborer, I'm stout. I'm assuming it's kind of like, even though it's a spaceship, it's actually a 90s or 80s spaceship. So it's actually more like an 18th century cruise ship that needs a lot of upkeep.
Exactly.
So I'm probably looking for burst pipes and moving things because 0G in places probably sucks.
Yes.
Or, sorry, it's not 0G. Gravity sucks, so everything's falling to the floor.
Quite literally, gravity sucks.
Yes. So I'm probably wandering around in the bowels trying to make sure everything remains stable.
Cool. Remind me, what are your qualities again?
My primary qualities are in my abilities page. So I got primary quality of Ninja Giant, standard quality of my catchphrase, and my standard quality of forearmed.
Okay. Excellent. All right. No, none of those work here.
No.
What? Graviton fist work everywhere.
Graviton fist works everywhere.
Graviton just always works. Yeah, nothing I can do with those.
Sorry.
Or can I?
It's hard to be the big guy when there's no fighting going on.
I know, right?
At the same time, you'd believe how good he sorts something using his general labor skill.
Yeah.
Color-coded and numbered.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna we'll come back to go in a second, but we go to She. She is wandering around, and of course, you've just picked up a bunch of cargo. There's the cargo that the cowboy people gave you, and there's also the cargo that Roku's friends loaded on. You remember loading it on with Roku's friends? Roku's friends were sort of weird. Like, I don't know. They didn't seem like bad people, but they definitely were not like. They're definitely not ninja folk.
Yeah.
Just sort of like maybe piratey. Maybe?
Now, were they more like, piratey?
Sort of like, well, not that, but they were sort of ninja-y as well. Like they were sort of ninja-y, sort of pirate, sort of neither, sort of both. Like it was weird.
Yeah, that is really weird.
It's almost as though there's some vague foreshadowing.
Perhaps.
Badly written because it's an 80s cartoon. And I think because you are a laborer, you'd want to like check on the cargo.
Indeed. I have. This is the worst sight ever. I have a haiku for this moment as I go into the cargo thing.
Excellent.
That feeling went. Damn, ouch, leaving pulling trick, Belgium cheats aptly.
Yeah. Plus, if I'm piloting, I probably like make a lot more maneuvers than is absolutely necessary, just because.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point.
Finds a random fucking slalom course in the middle of space. Oh, pylons!
Plus, on top of that, she and the ship's computer are having a really intimate conversation involving ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. So as you know, as there's another maneuver, you notice that some. You notice that some.
I will need you to go to the cargo area. I'm making another maneuver.
We should have got more than one cargo net. God damn it.
Go invented the lens flare. Yes.
Radar
that
is
is
picking
canon
up
now.
A meter-wide asteroid. 300 clicks out. We have to avoid it.
Emergency maneuvers. Override the gravity hold. Hang on, everybody. Which, of course, again, is achieved by like somebody taking the frame in front of the camera and shaking it. You notice some boxes have shaken loose.
God damn it. I'll try to stack them back up the best I can. Is there anything interesting about the boxes?
Oh, that's an excellent question. Well, why don't you roll me your something to put the boxes back?
I think putting the boxes back is laborer.
Only
13.
Nice.
Excellent. Get those good rolls out of the way right away. So yes, you stack up, with the 4 arms. You stack them all up, and as you are stacking them up, one of the crates has sort of popped open, and you definitely see something interesting.
What's in it?
Go.
God
You're
damn it! Scenes.
Yeah, there's a shot of She's face in the mask and this look of concern, and then we go to go.
Oh, yeah.
Go. All hooked into the. There's a notification. Go.
Mm-hmm.
And our friend looking it up. Looking it up. Hopefully everybody remembers Uri.
Oh yes, of course.
Yes.
Yay, non-evil version of her.
Yes, the non-evil version. Yay. Hello, go.
Hello, Uri.
We are receiving a transmission.
Put it on screen.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I'm going to go to this. I'm going to move everybody. We're on the title page, so I'm going to move everybody to the space battle page for no reason whatsoever. You see a face. A face you haven't seen. No,
not that face.
Not that face. Remember how to do this, damn it. You see this fellow. And of course, as soon as he flashes on screen, you also see like his statistics next to him, as do the few reviewers out. Because we haven't seen him in a while. This is Naidotai. This is the samurai who is quite high up in the samurai. He's also the one who is sworn to bring you all to justice.
I remember him.
Yeah, it's been so long. I forgot that we were on the lamb.
Yeah, we're not exactly playing it subtle because I think we just won a major contest.
Yeah. Well, subtlety, arguably not your strength. Let's just say that.
We're ninjas. We don't need subtlety.
Yeah.
Wait.
What's the name of? I wrote this down somewhere too. What the name of your clan was? Shinobi clan. We insist that you cease travel and come to stop. We have reason to believe you are smuggling illegal goods. That's
What? That's impossible. Or is it?
Or is it? I think that's a good time for a commercial break, don't you?
Okay.
Ready?
Let's see. Oh, okay. Go take an oomph point. Because the whole I maneuver in space. That just
Yes.
And let's give you one as well.
Oh, you're so nice.
Who wants to roll off with me for the commercial break?
Yeah, I'm assuming we started with 3. It goes back to the default. Okay.
Okay. Who wants to roll off with me?
I'll roll off with you.
Oh, all right. You and me, D12s at noon.
High rolls.
At noon.
Boo.
The
Sorry,
villains
guys.
roll on the villains commercial table. And 1, nothing happens. Okay. The commercials are boring. They're for furniture.
Only at the brick.
That is only a Midwestern Albertan joke, Chris. No one else gets that.
Sure. Sorry. I've been running my regionalism. I apologize in advance.
So does the ship have an internal readout of where everybody is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think and also you have ninja communicators.
Okay. So I will calm Ni. Fearless leader! I hope I am not interrupting whatever you're doing with San!
Actually, this happens like a split second before Roku, so it was like, ting, ting! Yes.
But, Knight Dotai is radioing us and says that we are smuggling something?
I don't think we're smuggling anything. I know Roku brought in a package of some sort.
I knew he was... What?
He just told me he brought a package on board on top of the medical supplies. I guess... oh, no.
Oh, cool!
What?
I just remember to have to be somewhere. Bye! And Roku, Just a quick reminder to everybody who doesn't remember all the way back to the first season. Roku actually has an ability called Escape Plan.
Yes, he does.
Bing! Gone.
We will deal with him later. Right now, we need to find out what we have on board and try to avoid what this would-be samurai detective.
Excellent.
Shall we go? Sure.
Or, I mean, of course, I'll follow your lead, but perhaps if we space the package along with the space pirate, I will be forgiven.
Let's see what the package is first in case it's somebody living.
Go. Let me remind you, Roku is a ninja now. Is never a pirate again.
Perhaps someone should remind him.
Oh.
I have a sister who might be able. I was like, I have maybe some friends we can call to help us out. But this is where I would like to blow the point of you just gave me.
Okay. You pointed with feet. So what, sorry?
I would like to use my power of money to call in a favor to use some other Japanese anime ship to block the samurai so we can get away, and enough time to get away so we can find out what this package is. Escape, and I will leave it up to your choice since you're the DM. We could get up the spaceship Yamato, Star Blazers, Captain Hollick's ship or Galaxy Railways, the 999 train?
I think
they like interrupt us or something.
Okay. Give me the roll. Give me the roll. Absolutely use the point of so that you can do this. I love it. Give me the power of wealth roll.
Okay.
Because I want to see how this turns out. This should be very interesting.
So that's a +3, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
8. Okay. Well, with an 8.
With a +3.
With a +3.
On top of that, which is
Okay. So that's an 11. Okay. All right. So we will come back to that.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair.
That's what's going on there. You were down in the cargo hold. Now,
Yes.
quick programming note. Nobody has talked to She yet.
Nope.
You notice one of the crates is open. Inside the crates, you see a bunch of equipment. You assume to be medical equipment. Looks kind of medically, kind of high tech. And you see a lot of a green leafy substance.
Oh.
It's not, and I
It's
just realized I should.
space spinach.
Spinach.
Clearly, the original anime said marijuana, but it is space spinach. Spinach.
Oh no, we must not allow the space spinach to fall into the Yeah, there's definitely some editing when this came over to North America as to how the spinach looked.
This little marijuana leaves that they're just kind of trying to color it in and make them look like broad leaves. Is this not working?
So horrible.
That's a weird.
So that is what you see inside the containers.
Oh, I will take some. Well, I don't know if we're gonna miss that much, so I'll take some, pop it in my pocket, and then put the boxes back and swear at the lack of cargo netting.
Alrighty, sounds
Can I
good.
make a quick comment to myself? I think Mr. Leader could use this as an American cooking. We could have some mighty good spinach brownies. Sorry, spinach cupcakes. Spinach cupcakes.
Well, they are American cooking.
They are definitely American cooking. Okay. So we've got. I'm gonna say the train, because it's one of our inspirations for this show. I'm gonna say the train from Space 1999.
Toot toot.
So,
It has Space Texans in it from our previous thing, just a different set of Space Texans.
yeah, it's a completely different set of. Yeah, there you go. Space spinach. With a completely different set of Space Texans in it. Yeah, there's actually, as it's going through, you see a bunch of smaller ships coming after it, which you realize are outlaws trying to rob the train.
Ooh.
But that definitely gains you some maneuvering room. So the question now is, what do you want to do? Where we are right now is you can try and run away from the samurai. You can try and engage the samurai. You can try and do something else. If you do nothing, the samurai will be engaging you.
I have to do something based on my moral code that I'm probably going to regret. And you know where it's going already.
Yes,
We have to rescue the train from the bandits.
Of course we do.
This
Even
would
if it
say
makes-
this is what your ship looks like.
Yes.
Okay, you're trying. Okay, you're okay. So
The distraction didn't quite work as well as we thought.
give your orders, Nee. Give your orders.
We are on good terms with the Space Texans, and they look to be under attack. We can use them to maneuver around the train in order to get through, but we need to help stop those interlopers as we do so. Can we put the train between them and us, kind of orbit around it, and see if we can attack the bandits on the other side as we go flying by?
That sounds like a plan to me. What does everybody else say?
I'll go. I'm on my way to the giant fist gun in the back. Wait, Do we have a giant fish coming back? That's our other ship. God damn it! I missed the car. I missed the car.
Okay, and Go has a teardrop on the back of his head as soon as he says that.
By your command, fearless leader.
Let's.
Please do it in original voice. Please do it in original voice.
By your command, yeah.
By your command.
Thank you. Oh, do I have a train? Please
Okay.
You have a train.
Okay, Yuri, how far are we from the train right now?
We are X distance, where X is equal to some unknowable amount because we are in three-dimensional space.
That far. Oh no.
So I'm going to
0.2 light seconds away. Okay, just keep it cool, man. Keep it cool.
Mm-hmm.
We are 15 parsecs away. So this is the train over here. These are the bandits that are surrounding it. This is obviously not to scale.
No.
This is your flying space junk. Not,
Oh my.
Oh, okay. So
not taken personally.
the stuff from before is just stuff from before.
Yeah, sorry. And I don't know how much. I'm hoping that there's at least some of this locked off, but I'm trying to remember. The background is darkness, so it's hard to see where exactly the fog of war is.
Yeah.
And let's see, where is the giant samurai? Okay, yes, perfect. And this, coming up out of the darkness here, is the samurai ship.
Oh my.
Obviously, this is all relative because you're working in three-dimensional space. Distances are not to scale, but that's sort of what they're trying to draw.
We're on a two-dimensional monitor. It's to be expected.
Exactly.
You got to keep track of all the dimensions, Joe.
I have in my mind. Don't worry. When it is relevant, I will let you know.
The samurai ship is covered up with some blocks. Just to let you know.
Yeah, it's kind of coming out of dark space into light space.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't suppose you could on the fly make the map a little bit wider, because with things being taller than they are wide, it's hard to actually.
Okay. Let me see what I can do here.
There's some adjustments I could make as well to.
Cool. But in the meantime, if we are going to maneuver the Yuri and the space castle, well then, I think it definitely sounds like it's time for a skill montage.
Hey.
Everybody sounds so excited. How is that? Is that better?
I think so.
I attempted to reveal some areas up to the side.
It's so hard in space.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is a fog of war.
Yep. Everywhere you go is fog of war.
Space train.
I can't. Hang on. I'm going to look at the. No. Where's the stream?
Space train.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Skill montage. I'm thinking this sounds like a fairly difficult maneuver you're going to try and pull off. So I'm going to say 5 successes to succeed. 3 failures will fail.
Okay.
And everybody gets to try. So let's see. The most logical person to start this off, I think, is Go, because Go is the pilot.
All right.
Yeah, and we can just take a second here while Brad is doing that.
Yeah, except that I'm fighting with a thing.
No problem. Also, do we want to take an opportunity for another commercial break and roll on the table again?
You really want to get more commercial breaks, don't you?
I kind of do.
Okay. Well, who did the last one?
I did.
Yep.
Okay, then we'll work our way down the number system.
Okay.
Go.
Brad, do you have a second to roll a d12 with me? If not, we'll go
sure.
back to Chris. Okay. Here's mine. Ooh, a tie.
Ah.
Tie goes to the ninjas.
Yay!
So
Hooray.
go ahead and roll another d12.
Behold our mighty 4.
You just want to see how many bad commercial breaks that nothing really happens on before we actually get something.
I guess we can. I guess I kind of do. Yeah. All right. So, the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Sweet.
But unfortunately, that gives no benefits to you as cartoon characters. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have a quick recap when we come back from commercial. Okay, we're trying to maneuver the castle. You see castle flowing through space, moving toward the space train. The space train is coming through, and at the same time, the samurai ship is coming back, trying to catch the space castle ninja junk ship thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it's all done with like badly illustrated special effects. Of course.
Well, I mean, but cool for their time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A surprisingly amount of neon, despite combining 3 different genres that have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, anytime anybody shoots in space, it is definitely neon. Neon is what powers all of those space weapons in this universe.
I like that.
And neon is what powers the weapons. Snark is what powers the ships.
Makes sense to me.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Okay.
Brad, are you ready? If not, I can go. I can move on to the next one.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So, can I fly with robot body since it's connected, or was that just like a special effect for it was like bot in the when we were doing a car because it had like a special thing for it.
Okay. We definitely need to strip down what's left of the car and put it on our goddamn base. That's all there is to it at this point.
Yeah. I mean.
Well, I'm okay with saying that you already.
We needed to chop your body there, Brad. That's fine.
Yeah, like at the front of the Dragon ship, there's actually now an open air car engine for some reason.
we put the blower on the front of the ship. That's amazing. It does nothing.
Yes, you did.
It makes
because
sound.
80s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course, then I'd be sharing a body with Yuri, which might be interesting.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about this as opposed to the car. There's a whole lot of like AI space in this castle, like a whole lot. So it's like you have your place over there, I have my space over here. It's fine. Time shared. Exactly. I'm okay if you want to link robot body, but I think you should use another role as the main one.
Okay. Well, sure. I think that there's like a lot of sort of astrogation involved in figuring out exactly where we need to like break in it or fire retro as well as getting just the right angle for all the orbital mechanics. So it's Brainiac.
Absolutely, go for it.
Yeah,
that works for me.
The vectors must line up perfectly.
Oh, and target number is 12.
Okay. And you said I could link in robot body.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Or something else if you don't want to. But robot body seems to be the most logical link in there.
Okay.
14. That is one success. All right. You do the immense calculations and you do the immense. There's a scene where like you see Go like calculating.
What's the square root of? Yes.
Yes. And then in space, what you see is just like this dotted line with an arrow. Boop. We must go that way. Awesome.
Yes. Okay. Times are squared. The vectors line up perfectly.
That's how mathematics works.
Oh wait, I shouldn't use that laugh anymore.
Nee, I think it's logical for you to go next.
Okay. We have our lines piled up. Unfortunately, I'm not piloting, so I can't really use agile. trying to think if there's a way. So far, the one that seems to be screaming at me is resourceful mind. I'm just trying to figure out how, or leadership at this point.
Well, at this point, I can tell you that with the maneuvers that Go is doing, there's definitely again, we got more shaky cam.
Yes.
There's definitely scenes of things falling off shelves. You see Nico at one point jumping up on a shelf, which is kind of frightening because Nico, just a quick reminder, is 8 feet long.
Nico-san, get down from there. It's dangerous.
Meow.
I understand. That's where it ends. Just
yeah. Good point.
Okay. And the audience goes, "What? Because obviously there was a huge chunk of text that was edited out for the comic relief point, which was considered too dangerous for the censors.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I get this down in 22 minutes. Come on.
Yes. Well, I am going to go to the front of the ship and pose heroically for justice, honor, and all that, and I'll even blow an oomph point to see what it does.
Okay.
It'll either be exciting or silly.
Yes. So you're going your leadership on that one?
I'm going to go leadership.
Okay.
Oh! You know exactly what happens. I stand there. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Quick reminder about oomph. If you get a negative, you can't spend a point of oomph on it. So you save the oomph. That's good.
Yeah. Okay, there's only one way to do this right.
Yeah.
I stand perfectly on the front of the ship, and I fall off.
Yes. Please not into space. No, not into space. Is that too severe?
Yes, of course into space.
It's
space. 80 space. You can survive at 80 space. It's fine.
So yeah,
it's fine.
Basically, I'm hanging on the side of the ship, basically falling off and saying, "This is most undignified."
All right, so San is next. San, you do see Ni fall over the side of the ship.
I hop on my stage platform, which is basically my music platform, and I'm gonna sling along the way and grab them. So I apologize for everyone in the future, but the train goes through the darkness towards a sea of light, an endless universe where dreams lie scattered. Let us cross the bridge of stars, and then that goes on from there. That is the theme song for Galaxy Railways.
Yes, it is.
Perfect.
Very nicely done, by the way.
Yeah, indeed.
I will go ahead and roll power music with. Do you want me to roll and I'll have ship space flight in there? So that give me a +1.
That makes the most amount of sense. Yeah, exactly. Or actually, actually that makes sense. Flight is one that makes sense.
Do you want me to roll space flight with the power of music, or do you want me to roll power music with space flight?
Actually, space flight with the power of music. That's the way we should do it.
Okay, so it gives me this is a +3.
Okay.
There you go.
That 10, 11, 12. That is exactly a success. Okay, you managed to. You see Ni clinging to the side of the ship, but this is most undignified. And then lens flare, and the song, and then you're flying through with the microphone, flying through space. Catch Ni. Ni is suddenly pressed up very close against you on your space sled.
Oh yeah.
And then you fly off again.
And I have to be blushing during that scene.
Yes, of course. What do you want to do?
So, I'm assuming I am running to the engine room, maybe? Because unless we have gun ports, there's nothing really I can do with a gravitonic fist unless I get a little bit closer. So, to the engine port to fix all the breaking pipes from the frickin' crazy maneuvers.
Yes! Because
because that's all pipes. I'm doing now. I'm going to take ship mechanics as a frickin' skill, I think.
Oh, man.
You do see as you're running around, for some reason there's pipes breaking loose and water pouring out into the... You don't know why.
No, we're going to sink. Wait. Wait, that's not how that works.
That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You're breaking the damn 80s kayfabe, son.
So I think definitely to stabilize the engine room.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely labor and cook and cool under fire because it's kind of stressful.
That works for me, absolutely.
I need to fix all these valves. There's too many valves.
Oh,
God damn!
That is a failure. Oh,
I think we failed the montage between the two. What?
Just walk in. It's like, oh my God, this is so far above my skill set. Why am I here?
So we failed the skill montage. Wow.
no, there is still one more. You need 3 more successes to win, and 1 more failure will fail. So,
Okay.
Good.
And for the record, because of the water, there was also, for some reason, small fish. I blame Nico.
Yes, absolutely. I like this idea. Also, as you are running around the ship, there's a moment where you spot Rick, who's running in the opposite direction with a giant hammer or with a giant wrench, like, I'm gonna fix it.
You do that. There's too many valves.
On as you're flying back to the ship with Nee, you see Roku running off in a direction which, if you recall correctly, is where the escape pods are. And
such a valuable member of the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's always good in a pinch. Go, it is your turn.
So let me see. I guess not sure what okay, what is going on with the samurai ship? What are they doing?
Excellent question. They are trying to pursue you. They're actually getting closer, and you see that as they get closer, they start sending out fighters to come and intercept your ship. And you can see that they're on an intercept course with you, with the course that you're going, which will take you near to the train.
Okay. I think go over the intercom. Sorry, more evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, there's too many valves.
And that's when you see a brain glint just for a moment at the end of evasive maneuvers.
Yep.
So I think this time I'll try to perceive the exact path that the fighters are going to like swing around in and calculate how to flip just so to get more of a swing around a better boost from swinging around the sun than they do.
Okay. Is that going to be, was that perceptive or brainiac?
Whichever one of those you think would be better as the main one.
I'd want to go
More
with
fitting.
perceptive this time because
Okay.
you mained brainiac last time. So yeah.
Okay.
I know it's like I'm sticking you in situations where your skills don't 100%, your traits don't 100% give you an edge every time.
Yay! Wait, boo!
Wait, no.
No, it's fine. It's all good. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna, because it's still not the same roll.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it!
Nice.
Wow.
But, no, that's a success.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wow.
Excellent.
Not a one.
You plot and you find the perfect spot to and shoot around the sun, and you can tell that the samurai don't have the same experience you do with doing strange maneuvers in space. So they're sort of like, it's too close to the sun. But
We'll have to go around.
You have to go around.
It's like they're just guesstimating. What's wrong with them? Those lazy pirates. Or actually, no, it's samurai. So they shouldn't be lazy.
Nee, it is your turn.
Okay, I was gonna. Honestly, I kind of wish I'd have used leadership last round, but I'm gonna have to go with resourceful mind this round.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my samurai toe, and I'm gonna do something that's either gonna break the skill montage and create a future potluck, or it's gonna make us fun. I'm spending a point of oomph. I am throwing my Swiss Army blade in front of Roku, not to hit him, but to put it in front of him so I get myself launched in. I'm going to say, please reel me in.
Excellent. Roll.
Okay.
I'm still your friend. Save me.
And survey says, holy shindig!
Nice.
That's a 12 plus 8.
So you definitely see a moment where Roku's like, It's
those dog eyes of me.
chain. And he grabs the chain and he starts pulling you in. And it's at this point you realize Roku's actually pretty strong for a scrappy guy.
Yeah.
Well,
for once.
Or it's zero gravity. You
know, for once, he's pulling his own weight.
Yeah! Everybody, Roku!
Yeah.
Yes, Roku absolutely pulls you in. That is one more success. Okay. This next one determines it. This next roll will determine whether this succeeds or fails. San, what do you do?
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. You can always give a boost to the next person.
Never. I'm the hardest.
Oh, yeah, but it always goes so well when Jason does the final roll of a skill montage.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Yo, you probably should do it, Leo. Serious.
I don't want to take away from you. Come on now.
No, the glory can be yours. It's fine.
We love teamwork. It's so sweet.
I don't want to take responsibility.
All right, so I see the trains heading our way. Where I'm singing, Nee looks like he's safe, and trying to figure out what the heck to do. But I know that we just might need a little bit more oomph to back us up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go to the back of the ship, and I'm going to using the power of the sound from my engine drive, push the ship just a little bit faster as it goes, catapults around the sun, and I'm singing was it a Shooting Star song? I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
You wish upon a shooting star, yeah.
Wishing upon us. Yeah. I'm thinking some 80s popped up take on me.
Take on me, yeah.
Take on me. Wish on a star. This is the season where for some reason they take 80s pop hits but completely change the lyrics so that they can call it a parody and do it for little to no rights money.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'd be good.
I like it. So this is Wish on Star.
Yes.
So it's 10.
10. That is a failure.
Oh, no! 5 millimeters.
Do you want to re-roll that? You can re-roll for a point of oomph if you want to.
Nah.
Okay. That is a fail. So
nice.
I mean, might as well use the oomph, right? I mean, this is a big roll. It's a big roll. Come on.
Yeah, the peer pressure in our group is astounding.
There's no peer pressure.
Why not? It's up to you. I'm just saying, you have that option, and I'm totally okay either way.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You probably won't die in a fiery wreck either way.
All right. Well, I'll roll it again. +3.
Okay.
Use my oomph.
There you go. Okay.
That was an animation error last time.
Yeah. So I'm down to 2. Okay.
So, okay, there is definitely a commercial break as San is at the back of the thing, and her ship is powering it, and she's linking it into the going faster, and like on a star. Commercial break. So, San, I think you should roll off with me. D12s.
Okay.
Oh, I found there's actually a band called Shooting Star, by the way.
Nice.
Please don't sue us. We're just doing it for fun.
All right, so I won that one with a 12.
Holy cannoli.
Ah.
Jesus Christ, we're so good today.
This is the Tricks Rabbit commercial because
We're so good.
Abe.
Okay, so the next time I'm declaring this now as the GDM. The next time we roll on that chart, if we get a 1 to 4, I'm getting a reroll, whether it's the players or the enemy.
Sounds like a plan because you're just trying to see if we can how long our luck lasts. This is the benefit.
Get all the criticals now when it's not important. Okay. So here's what's happening. We've got the train rushing one way. The castle is rushing at it another way to try and knock off the enemy. And the samurai are coming after you in their spaceships and their giant command ship. Leo, you take the lead on this. Second hour commercial. You take the lead on this. Describe what happens, because this is a successful skill montage. So what happens?
So we're trying to stop the pirates from attacking the Galaxy Railroad ship, right?
Yeah, exactly. And probably escape the samurai at the same time.
Board them.
All right, so I know the Galaxy ship's got a faster drive than we do. So I throw out my anchor towards the ship, the anchor on the back, and it like hooks onto the Galaxy Railroad ship, and I go, and they just like boost us with our speed, like
we use them as a slingshot,
synchronizing like a slingshot. And we slingshot, they go faster, and they go, and their starfighters from the just collide with the pirate ships, and they just start fighting each other. And so as we fly by, we're like, yeah.
As you're like, boom.
We're super successful.
And of course, we both respond back with our respective horns. Ours sound like D, John, C, go, but it's only in beeps.
Excellent. Well done. Successful skill challenge.
Barely.
Yeah.
And I have sucked the oomph from some of you. Okay.
I would love to see what happened if we failed. Can we go back and fail? No.
No.
I can see Leo's look up from here as he flew too oomph on the damn thing.
No retries to fail.
I was looking forward to like describing how this would be a failure, but you have succeeded. Okay, so
those poor Texans.
Well, that was definitely the most interesting ride of their lives.
And can we recommend the last line we do before we get out of distance has got to be "See you, Space Cowboy."
Yes. Absolutely. All right. The next scene is all of you together in your high-tech, super state-of-the-art control room, which I'm going to move you all to right now. Really, I am. Hang on.
No problem. We will entertain people with random commercial concepts.
Oh man!
Oh my! I thought we closed off this.
Oh, thank God!
What? Nothing happened. What?
Oh, never mind that.
Nothing happened.
It's the problem when I should actually move that up further. It's the problem when you have a whole bunch of open rooms. You sometimes have to skip over.
I understand.
So the best way to do that, Joe, and definitely what I did for Slasher Flick, is just make sure you have an empty page about every 4. Every 4 seems to be about this the right one.
Or
that's what I did for Slasher Flick. Just make sure there's one.
That's a good idea, actually. You can just copy. Actually, what would be perfect is copying the title page.
Yeah,
because it's like Title page. Next scene.
Yeah, actually, probably better idea.
Oh, no. That was deliberate, GM. You'll use that at some later point. Because
There's
it's
so many
suspiciously the
robots.
robot room is between us and the control panel, just because of bad design.
Yeah.
Why is there a mannequin room in our ship? No reason.
He was bored and studying human anatomy, apparently.
For some reason, there is always a mannequin room. No matter what configuration you use, there's always a mannequin room somewhere in the ship.
We need to discuss this, but not today.
All right, so Ni, San, Shi, Go, and Roku are all in the control room, as well as Uri in her holographic representation. Ni.
Why are they following us? Roku, you're here as well, because I made her a natural 12.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I figured I should be here for this. I mean, that was wild, wasn't it? I mean, I've been chased by samurai before, but never like that.
Is there anything you want to tell the rest of us?
Without lying.
Okay.
Good call.
Thank you so much for doing so well against the samurai. That idea of like hooking on to the train at the end, that was really great.
About why they're
What's that?
about why they're after us, Roku.
Well, Go said something about smuggling something. I mean, they're samurai. They want to like arrest you guys anyway, right?
You know anything about pull it out the space spinach?
Okay, my heart drops like one of those anime characters. Ah! That's Popeye Pinata juice.
Well, those are just plants. They can't be all kill them all over plants, right?
Listen, I don't know much about space spinach, but I'm pretty sure it's been banned in 7 systems for being really dangerous to certain types of animals.
Yeah, we all remember that horror movie we saw that was Spinach for Britain.
So they're poisonous plants.
Yeah, there was actually a PSA about spinach madness.
Yes. Spinach solariums. Just say no, sailor. Just say no.
So
I'm confused.
We all are. It's fine.
okay,
Well,
so all of that is in. All of that was actually said and happened. All of that is canon, 100% for sure.
So, evil sailor with a tin cord pipe. Gotcha.
The real reason that it's banned, as I heard, that it also made one guy really, really strong, and that was not allowed.
Yeah.
Okay,
I heard
so-
he tore up a planet once.
Before we go any further, everybody a point of oomph because that was brilliant. Like literally, everybody contributed really, really well there. Brad, I loved your. They're just plants. That can't be. You can't be angry over plants, can they?
This is why we had to remove Bluto off the astronomical charts. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. That was
On
very
the other hand, they did revert it back to its original name, Brutus Star.
Mm.
So I know way too much about this crap, but that's okay.
That's the first astronomical pun of the night. Well done.
Is there only one? Maybe? I don't know.
Okay, so this is where we have Roku's like, oh, I didn't know you used. Oh God, I'm losing the accent. I'm sorry. I didn't know you used span.
Used what?
Span. Yeah, that's what that is. It's the pirates brought it along. It's this great stuff. It's medicinal mostly. It's a relaxant. It's a bit of a painkiller. It's quite nice. A lot of the people in retro. I forget what it's called now.
In hippie space?
There is
a lot of
hippie
people in
space now.
alien. a lot of people in alien space Japan don't like it for some reason. They apparently prefer their local stuff, whatever. But yeah, no, that's as far as I know, that's not illegal out here. I mean, unless you were to like have the equipment to turn it into spun, and then it's bad. Quick reminder for everybody who forgot: spun is the drug that the last dinosaurs were kicked out of the wacky race for using.
Oh no!
You mean these are drugs?
No, this is a plant. You could turn it into drugs. That would be bad.
Okay, then we must put in a much more stable substance in order to ensure it will not poison anybody else.
No, I know what we can do with it. We can throw it into a sun.
Wait.
So, you're saying that it's a medicinal plant, unless someone turns it into pharmaceutical drugs.
Right,
yes?
Exactly. Yes. Pirates believe me, the pirates used to do that all the time. They'd have their like homemade devices and stuff to turn it into spun because, they're pirates.
Then we must turn it into something where it'll be easily contained. I, of course...
Yeah, like throwing it into the sun so it can be burned.
Well, okay, wait. So,
are they going to grow really fast and take over the cargo bay?
Well, no, it's probably dead. I'm not a horticulturist. I'm not a plant guy, but that's probably dead. So wait, so that's not your spat?
It came out of your boxes.
Oh, that's okay. My mates were probably just shipping a bunch of it to the planet
without telling you, or did you know?
They told me it was medical supplies. Technically, that's medical supplies. I mean, unless it came with a bunch of equipment, a bunch of medical equipment to change it into something else, then it's fine.
We should actually go check on that. Come with us.
Yes.
To the cargo bay. To the cargo bay.
The cargo bay.
Sanchi, go! Crossover! Suddenly we're in the cargo bay.
Okay. Everyone is in the cargo bay.
Okay, I want to make this more complicated.
There they are again.
Okay.
Actually, here, this is a good cargo bay.
Okay, that works. I'd like to spend a plot point and make it a lot more complicated.
Spend a plot point? What game is this? Do we have plot points now?
Well, you can spend.
You can spend oomph as plot points. We should be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of can and you kind of can't. You can spend oomph to make a change either to a trait or to the scene.
I want to keep it very simple.
Mm-hmm.
We enter there. The crate is opened. Nico's head's in the crate.
No.
What?
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna spend a point to negate that.
Nico's head's in the crate? Yeah.
What's in the box?
Like,
head.
yeah, Nico, like attached and yeah. Or just disembodied head.
Oh no, it's I don't think she's detachable unless the game says otherwise. It's just basically when you attach the habitat you get into everything, and this is an example of that.
Spend that oomph point because yes. Because absolutely yes. Let me see. I still have Nico.
So Nico's dead?
No. Technically, and this could be the PSA if you guys want, because technically, the effect of certain substances on cat is not good. But yeah, you come in, you see the crate. You see the crate that you saw before that was opened.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the ground. It's been knocked over, probably during one of Go's maneuvers.
Zoom.
There is smashed equipment
all
over the place that presumably came from the crate. and there's a bunch more span all over the place, which Nico is currently scratching at and rolling in.
What?
Nico, how could you?
Stop rolling in that. No, bad pity.
Oh no. And Roko is probably the most pissed of all of us because he actually knows what it's supposed to do.
Roku's like, oh, that's a couple hundred space bucks right there.
Don't.
I mean, your cat's costing us a fortune. I'm just saying.
Costing
what do you
who a
mean?
fortune? Yeah, we all give him the evil eye right there.
Hang on, we're all getting paid for this, right? That's why we agreed to take the shipment.
Wait, this is a shipment we're taking?
Okay, so because there's two shipments. There's a shipment that was given to you by the people from New Kansas.
Yes.
And then there's the extra shipment that you took on because of Roku. This is coming from Roku's shipment.
Nico, yeah.
Which, by the way, you notice now as you look around, Roku's like couple of boxes is taking up most of the cargo bay. Like your shipment that you took for the New Kansas people was relatively small. Most of this is Roku's shipment.
Oh my god!
And it's a lot.
First things first, we need a distraction. Because I love Nico dearly, but she is very dangerous when provoked.
No,
Yes.
I know.
And we need to... Anybody have the cyber mousey?
She doesn't seem very dangerous right now.
No, it could snap at a moment's notice. Hang on. I got a plan. Hang on. I'll pick up like a random sheet, wrap it around my hand, laser pointer. Come on.
Roll it. Roll the traits.
Laser pointer, hang on, laser pointer.
I have stats for Nico too. This should be interesting.
My laser pointer's not very good, but that's okay. It's a laser pointer.
8. Okay.
That's not very good.
That is okay. We're gonna roll this.
Oh no.
Nope, not distracted enough.
You. Nico's like, shing yonk. She is immediately
Oh shit.
dot, and then she is immediately like looks at you, realizing you're the source of the dot, and starts looking. It starts heading toward you.
But the tail's up. She's actually really happy, but it's kind of terrifying when she's happy.
Yeah, exactly. And I should actually move everybody.
Hello.
Now that this is potentially turning into a combat, I should have everybody on here. She, of course, is up front. I'll move Nico back a little bit. I think I even have Roku on this page somewhere. And Roku, who of course is in the back.
Oh.
Yeah. What we see is the camera of Nico like moving toward the camera, and the tail flipping up and the wiggling of the butt, and then we go to commercial.
You really want this?
Let's roll off, shall we?
Okay, I feel bad for rolling off again, but that's okay. Come on, big money. Oh, here, big money.
Nice. Okay, roll me a d12.
Please roll something more than.
Well, it's automatically going to be something.
Ooh!
8.
8.
Commercial for the next heroic action figures. It's got to be Nico's action figure, man.
Yes.
Yes.
Until next commercial break, the PCs receive a +1 and bonus roll. Okay, so every roll that you make until the next commercial break is +1, and yes, it is definitely the Nico action figure with twitching tail.
Yes. In fact, it starts with two children saying, "I can't find my cat." There he is. Oh wow, that's the new Nico action figure.
Yep.
Yeah, with twitching tail. Click, click.
And real cat noises. Meow. Weird trivia. The reason why Nico sounds like that is because they couldn't get a toy that actually sounded like a cat. That is the closest they could get. So they actually use the toy sound for Nico.
Not a problem there.
All right, we come back
But
from
she also
commercial.
has a collapsible thing where you can shove people into her to carry them.
Carry them.
All right, back from commercial. Nico is advancing on the group.
No.
You hear
Yes.
Roku say, I think we're in trouble. I think she's looking for a chew toy.
I think you're in trouble.
All right, whose turn
It's
is it?
fine. She's a good kitty.
Yeah. Does anybody want to do something right away with Nico, or do we want to go into like combat?
Sure.
I'm going to go in front of Nico
Mm-hmm.
to protect my friends. And I look at Nico, I'm like, and I'm going to use the power of music
Okay.
and Born Entertainer. My pussycat was scratching on my back door. Scratched so long, my poor pussy got sore, so pussy, ooh, so pussy, ooh. Just
Nicely
a
done.
pretty little cat. Sorry, that's not it.
I like it. I like it.
It's a real song.
I believe
know
it.
it is. Oh my goodness gracious. As soon as you started, I know where it was going.
So you have a trait that is a quality that is aggressively friendly.
Yes.
I think that is actually going to work against you in this because you kind of want to not be like you're trying to calm Nico down.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say
My aggressively friendly attitude towards her, like, I'm your friend, let's roll together.
I'm your friend. I'm your friend. See, I'm your friend right now.
Hi,
But the
kitty.
problem
It's time
is,
for some scary love.
The problem is Nico sees, look, fluctuating object, when you see from Nico's vision.
All right, whatever. That's fine.
So I'm gonna say that you have a -2 to the roll from that, but you get a point of oomph.
Fine, be that way. So,
By that, I am totally that way.
but I'm also a music lover, so, and I'm Ninja Morale Officer, so,
That's
I
true.
could,
You could use either one of those if you wanted.
I could, but see, I'm not like that.
Oh, you should totally be like that.
So power music with +3, so -2, so it's basically a +1.
Okay, so I'm gonna say if you can roll 7. Okay.
8 total.
I'm gonna say if you can, and Nico is going to roll off with you. Do.
Dang.
And it'll be the least of those two. Yeah, okay. So Nico, you see Nico like doing the head bob. And then suddenly she's
No.
Yeah, and I hug her and scratch her behind that ear, and like let her and lay with her, and
yeah. Yeah. Nico is now putty in San's hands.
Aw.
Excellent, well done.
Yay!
That is all right. So, nicely done on the point of Chris. What's next?
Well, first things first, we take Nico into her comfort room.
The comfort room.
The padded comfort room.
Give her a little scratch behind the ears. She's smiling, she's purring, but she is kind of flexing just slightly with her claws.
Mm-hmm.
Just to remind you, she's still an incredibly dangerous character.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's okay. You sleep it off. It'll all be good.
Yeah, I'll take him to the other room.
Yeah.
I know how to play with my pussy.
I have deep faith in your pussy plan.
I'm sorry.
High fives. Okay. All right.
Okay.
That scene is over. What we need now is a decision about what we are going to do next. So we have Span, which is technically a legal, quasi-legal substance. You definitely, I'm going to give you this without making a roll, you definitely can see that the equipment that is packed with it is definitely the equipment turning it into Spun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that will not do.
Yeah. So what is going to happen next? What is the next scene going to be? You are at this moment still heading toward your destination planet, which is somewhere in the. Yeah, I'm going to give you this because it's from the sheriff who gave you it. You know where it is. It's a frontier world in the new Kansas sphere. So basically, you're heading to like another West planet.
We can't give these people illegal drugs. Wouldn't be right.
No, it would not.
Unless we were pirates.
No.
Pete, and it was me this entire time.
That is so unexpected.
Please no.
Pete, I can't believe it's you. Have you really been Son this whole time?
Please
Wait.
no.
Yes, I have been. Because I'm a master of disguise.
Yes.
Someone takes your face in the job. You left us. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't mean it. He goes over to she. That means you must be like Grimdark and Severus, right? And like Roku goes over and tries to pull off She's mask.
Okay, that's I won't punch him full force. Okay, how many arms do I have? 4.
You gotta pick him up like a small child and kind of.
They all work. I am very, very unhappy with you, Roku.
Although it kind of fits with Grimdark having the 2 heads and... Never mind.
Now the time.
It was either him or you. You kind of sound like Severus.
Who?
What?
A little bit.
I don't feel right about drugs because we say no to them on this ship. But we also know Roku. Just tell us about the guy that you bought this from. No judgment will be happening on you. At least not yet.
Oh yeah. A friend of mine from the old days. Good guy. Smuggler mostly. Tended to deal in a lot of like getting a lot of really important things past blockades and to usually like taking like artifacts and archaeological stuff and mixing it to rich people. That's usually what he did. Well, he would sell it to the sellers and they'd sell to rich people, but yeah.
You're not saying it's Kessel the Sneaky.
Oh, you know Kessel the Sneaky.
We're in trouble. Once that guy gets a hold of you, he comes after you and says, "We must close a deal at any cost."
Who's
And
Yeah,
he's
but
got a giant Yeti as a companion. This is not good.
Who's Kessel the Sneaky?
Oh, that's Kessel the Sneaky. Great guy. Great card player. Fun guy. Tons of stories.
But he has a tendency to shoot first and ask questions later. This can't be good.
Yeah, but only if you're like
Pirates! Arr! We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna challenge him to a card game, and he's gonna take all his shit back. My name isn't Krabby Pete.
I'm having emotional issues right now about this whole pirate thing.
you're like 90% sure that's Son messing around, but maybe you should punch him just to be sure. I'm actually gonna legit like move Krabby Pete. I just happen to have Krabby Pete on the map. So I'm gonna move him in where Son was.
That is really disturbing. Just have to say, son.
You do realize... Okay, I'll save it for when we actually run into Grabby Pete again.
Okay, I want... actually, yeah, perfect. Go. Can you roll me perceptive, please?
Sure.
Dang.
Nice. Okay. You, as everybody's talking about the crates and trying to decide what to do, you do notice one of the crates, it's definitely one of Roku's crates, it's marked a little differently. Like they definitely wanted this one to be noticed. Whoever was loading or whoever was cracking this up wanted this one to be noticed. Or sorry, no, I take that back. This one's a different kind of crate. It looks like it was maybe it was a last minute addition, like didn't have enough of the normal crates, or maybe somebody else slipped this in, but you couldn't think why.
So I'll kind of casually head over to that one, and then once I have my hand on it, I'll be all. So Roku, not that I don't trust you or anything, but what's in this one?
What's in this? Everybody looks over. Should we do a commercial break first?
No.
No.
Screw you.
Everybody looks over, and in the crate are...
No, not pirates.
Boo-goo!
Oh,
cookies.
those look tasty.
Oh,
Shaped
no.
like... And as soon as the crate is opened, everybody gets a whiff of lemon.
Oh.
Nee,
Yes.
you know what that means. And I'm pretty sure you could guess who these are from. Everybody else may need some explaining, but I'm pretty sure...
Back away. These are dangerous cookies, and it's not Ninja Day either.
Wait, what? How are cookies dangerous?
They're from Ichi. In fact, we must hide behind these totally disposable crates because of stock footage.
What are we hiding from?
I don't know. I think if I...
Look delicious.
Yeah, if I had a mouth, they would look delicious.
You take up... Okay, so... Krabby Pete, a.k.a. San, takes a bite of the cookies.
Krabby Pete, no!
And you get a point. You definitely get a point of oomph for that.
All right.
Oh, actually, yeah, you know what? And I'm going to spend a point of oomph and just boom. You take a bite of the cookies. These are delicious. And they do taste like lemon. They also taste a bit like fish.
Uh-oh.
And then you start feeling really, really, really bad.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Let's just say these didn't just include lemon. They included fugo. We need a doctor.
Yeah. San is definitely like,
oh, no.
And,
Okay.
and as you can see, like, the disguise melts away, and you can see that it's San underneath.
Oh, no.
Oh, I meant San, no!
Okay, there's only one way we're going to get through this. We have some remaining medical equipment in this thing, because I don't think we have a proper medical bay. Do we have a proper medical bay in this ship? I never realized we did.
Wait. Do the leaves? Eat some leaves. It might cure it.
But
The leaves are medicinal. Basically, you can make whatever you want. So yes, you absolutely can have a medical bay. I'm thinking skill montage.
All right.
we
San,
must.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
San, unfortunately, you're gonna have to sit this one out. I apologize.
Fine.
But yeah. All right, so we're going to start with She. You're the one who seems to be taking action quickest.
Be like, medicinal plants, they might be drugs, but are they worse than these drugs? Are some drugs worse than others? I don't know!
How dare you bring up your morally gray things in the 80s when everything was black and white?
No, morally gray codes. Why?
So I'm going to say this one is a 3 and 2. She. So are you you're feeding her span?
Don't really have a skill roll to feed her it.
Yeah.
I think okay, so
Well, that would definitely like figuring out that that's a possible cure. That would be cool under fire.
Cool under fire. Sounds good. Okay, eat these.
Yeah, and I was going to say skills 10, so perfect. All right, that is one. I'm thinking go next.
Okay. Quick, let's get her to the medical bay, and as well as a sample. So I'm gonna. I guess I'll carry San to the medical bay.
Okay.
Quickly, with my robot buddy.
That does seem like robot body. Perfect.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. That is a success. All right, you are in the medical bay.
Okay, and I also do bring a sample cookie so that
Perfect.
Analyze it.
You are in the medical bay, which for some reason looks a lot like the cargo bay.
That's okay.
Go figure.
And I'm gonna move Nico out of the way. Boom. Okay. That is go. Nee,
Well,
what are you doing?
I don't know. Nico is a cat. She may decide to help in a not helpful way.
Well, she's in the comfort room. She still has to break out. Give her 1d4 rounds. If it fails the skill montage, she pops out of nowhere and helps.
I like it.
Okay. We have a sample. I'm going to have to use my exemplary abilities involving American cooking to determine the best way to proceed. And
Nice.
Nicely done. You do. Okay. You figure out that actually a combination of the Fugo poisoning diluted with the span and its medicinal properties should reverse the poisoning.
Oh, that's so weird.
So I grab one hand with the spam, one hand with a cookie, one of those Fugo cookies. I have a test tube in front of me. Dump.
Yeah,
Shake,
exactly.
shake, shake. Crack open an egg because last week's PSA still applies. Dumping it in. Creating an omelet and saying, eat this if you want to live.
Yes. For some reason, it turns into purple liquid because that's what always happens in the cartoons.
Yes.
And bubbles.
And bubbles for sure.
And a little bit of dry ice for flavor.
All right. Nicely done. San, you are feeling much better. Yeah, the Fugo poisoned is cured. You are all in the medical bay. Roku's like, huh. Actually, I'm going to say... yeah, if anybody looks around, Roku is no longer with you.
God damn that bastard.
Has Roku betrayed us with poison cookies?
I thought you said it's from Ichi.
I want to believe it's from our mortal and hated mentor now, but I don't know anymore. As you see, we have the perpetually black cob because obviously I'm going to be angsty because they just about killed San. We must quarantine these cookies.
Good time for a commercial break.
Okay. And I believe it's my turn.
Probably a good time for a real break, too, as well.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It's a good time for it?
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
Do you want to do a commercial break after we come back? Or?
I'm thinking commercial break, and then we go on to our actual break.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
Sounds good.
Okay. I will roll off. Chris, you haven't rolled yet?
I haven't rolled yet, no.
Let's have the two of us roll off.
Okay, ready when you are. Meh, it's yours.
Nice. I roll on the evil page.
Bear, the minimum amount of
Snack commercial. I'm actually going to re-roll that.
It was
No.
What?
Okay, not.
Okay.
I need to re-roll snack commercial because it's obviously for people who are playing like physically.
No.
What is the effect of snack commercial?
A random player must go refill drinks and refresh snacks for everybody. In return, however, that player's character receives a point of oomph.
How about we change it to the person who, one of the random people other than the person who rolled the roll, needs to do a cookie commercial for some reason?
But how does that affect the evil people?
Well, basically because you roll the absolute bare minimum where it might actually work in your favor. Like, it's your typical, the higher you roll, the worse it gets.
How about...
Here's some nuts. Give me an oomph.
It gives the evil guys a little point of oomph to use, I guess. How about that?
I'll tell you what. Let's give the villains a point of oomph just to make things interesting, I guess.
That works for me.
Yeah.
But somebody's still got to do a cookie commercial or whatever.
Cookie commercial. It's Krabby Pete's Krabby Pete patties that you can buy 6 in a box at your store. They're in the frozen section. Don't you worry. And if you get 12 of the tops and send them into P.O. Box 187800, St. Louis, Missouri, you will get a Krabby Pete plushie toy. What's Krabby Pete's crab friend's name?
Petey Crab.
You get a plushie Krabby Pad to...
So good! It's our crime!
Some kid hears it completely wrong and starts like mailing in freaking like burgers for the U.S. Postal System. It's like some poor guy's like, why is this mail so weird and wet? What's going on?
Smells like beef.
We will be back shortly. Please stick around or hunt down and click on the second half of this.